Hello and welcome to another Edge Signal Platform quick tutorial video. Today I'm going to show you how to create a data flow to get data from an OPC-UA server and push it to a cloud MQTT broker. This example can be useful to get data from new generation PLCs, which come with an OPC-UA server. This diagram shows the main components of the scenario. The red boxes are the OPC-UA servers, which are replaced by an OPC-UA simulation server by Edge Signal for this demonstration. Here is an OPC-UA simulation server, which is running on my local machine. This simulation server produces some random or generic purpose data for its probes. As we see here, the OPC-UA simulation server has different nodes producing different kinds of data, like counter, random, sawtooth, square, triangle. To connect this server, we must get the connection address, which is shown on the status page. We will be using an IP address to connect to the remote service instead of a domain name. Please note that domain names can also be used, but in some cases may not be resolvable within the environment. Now we will go back to the Edge Signal data flow page. Here we will create a new data flow for this scenario. First, we will install the required nodes to connect the OPC-UA simulation server via the Node-RED UI. Click the Manage Palette link and open the Install tab. By typing OPC-UA in the search bar, we can see the Node-RED Contrib OPC-UA plugin. Click Install. We will see a pop-up message when the installation is complete. Now we have OPC-UA nodes ready to use. By adding the OPC-UA client to the flow, we can simply connect to the OPC-UA simulation server and gather data. To connect the OPC-UA client to the OPC-UA simulation server, we have to set up endpoint information for the server. We also need to configure source filters for the OPC-UA client to the OPC-UA simulation server. To get data from the OPC-UA client to the OPC-UA simulation server, we must trigger getData operations via a timer. By adding an inject node on the data flow, we can create a schedule to trigger the OPC-UA client to get data every second. As we see here, there are many data samples provided by the OPC-UA client to the OPC-UA simulation server. Let's say we want square data. Here is the node ID for the provided data. On the inject node, setting up the OPC-UA node ID as a topic field makes the OPC-UA client filter only square data from the OPC-UA simulation server. Don't forget to wire the inject node to the OPC-UA client and the OPC-UA client output to the MQTT in node. To save this configuration, click Deploy. We can see the client now tries to connect. The next step is adding an MQTT client to the flow. With the MQTT client, we will push data to a cloud MQTT broker. To configure the MQTT client to connect to the cloud MQTT broker, we are adding server information. After setting up the server information, provide a topic name to push data. To save this configuration, click Deploy. We can see the client tries to connect now, and the deployment is successful. And now we will deploy to the gateway. Now we can view the data on the Cloud MQTT and compare it to the data on the plant OPC-UA simulator server. Here's the square-shaped data on the Cloud MQTT topic and the OPC-UA simulation server output. For more EdgeSignal platform quick tutorials, please visit edgesignal.io. Thanks for watching.